can still vividly remember the day that Rick invited me into his office. Rick is a chief sales officer for a company that sells wholesale products to retailers. I liked Rick. He was warm, he was friendly, had a great sense of humor, and from a business perspective had this wonderful sense of urgency and ability to solve problems. But I felt that day Rick was the victim of some undeserved misfortune. He shared with me that in the past 3 months, he's lost 3 of his top salespeople. They've just resigned. He was smart enough to realize that by the 3rd time this happened, it wasn't due to natural attrition. There was a bigger problem. But Rick didn't know what that problem was. So one day he's driving to work and he's listening to an Orange County podcast where I'm being featured as the guest. And I share with the audience that I help leaders practice connected leadership to attract, motivate, and retain their top talent in 90 days. So our first meeting, Rick shares with me his fears. Kimberly, I'm so afraid we're just a revolving door of salespeople, and we have such a poor Glassdoor rating, we can't attract the top talent we need. Rick, how can I make an impact for you in 90 days? Kimberly, I need you to stop this exodus, and I need you to help me improve my Glassdoor rating by 50%. 50%? Mind you, his Glassdoor rating was a 2 out of 5. And a Glassdoor rating is an online review as to whether a company is a favorable employer. So you can imagine being a 2 out of 5, it's not a very good advertisement, is it? He wanted me to make that go up 50% to a 3. Rick, that's gonna be difficult. That's gonna be just downright hard. I know, Kimberly, but it has to be done. We have a huge revenue number we have to hit this year, and if I don't have a whole team and a winning team, we're not gonna win. Okay, Rick, it's gonna be difficult. We're gonna have to be focused, but I accept the challenge. First, you need to reach out to your sales leaders and ask them to practice what I call 90 for 90. They have to spend 90 minutes over coffee or lunch with each one of their salespeople individually, and 90% of that conversation has to be about that employee. And number 2, you have a virtual sales force that's just naturally disconnected. The teams have to come together and practice 2 for the team. Twice a month, they've got to come together in person and communicate, collaborate, and connect. Rick looks at me in the eyes. Kimberly, I don't have time for social stuff. Social stuff? Rick, social stuff is proven to reverse attrition and build winning teams. People and employees thrive on being valued, being appreciated, and being connected. Your salespeople are no different. Fast forward 90 days. Rick's company didn't go from a 2 to a 3 on Glassdoor. It went from a 2 to a 4. And because the thriving culture had improved so much and his employees loved where they were working and the word got out, he now had 7 top candidates interviewing for those few open sales positions. He was well on his way to a winning team and a winning year. I'd like to share an inspirational message with you as you go back to your office and to your relationships. connections change everything.